Well, sorry about that. This is audap. Let's check out Miden Tower on Nintendo Switch. Alright, this is another EC Create game. They're some of my favorite developers. Not because they have a great game engine, that they certainly do not, but because they produce some really quality JRPG stories. Alright, so this game, just like most of the Kemco EC Create games, was available on mobile for a long time. This game has actually been available on other platforms for a week or two, but it's finally made its way here on the Switch. Let's turn that down. God, that game is so loud. And then here, you can buy these experience counters if you want to. Of course, you can totally play the game without buying that. The base game is a pretty low price. And they just make all the money on the DLC to make the game easier. Anyway, let's check it out. What is the new to the RPG genre? I don't care about challenge. Damn games to play. 10 years earlier. Alroval Empire, Miden Tower, village of Sereno. Out of breath. Mom, where's Dad? Don't worry, everything's going to be fine. Now I only have to run a little farther. Just where do you think you're going? Mom! What are you doing? Mom! Run! Just get off me! I thought I told you to get off me! Mom! Run as fast as you can! But hurry! Wah! Mom, Dad, Nina, they're gone. Everyone. I'm gonna make those soldiers pay. I'll kill them. Every last one of them. Dramatic zoom. Unique skill, blood price learned. Oh, do we play the evil character? Oh, that'll be interesting. Present day. Jurisdictive town of what? School? What the heck? Change which name? Valen? No, let's just leave that. Valen's a good enough name. Yes, it is. There you are. Have you been napping here again? What do you need this time, Catherine? Didn't I tell you to sleep in your bed if you needed to rest? Rather than indoors, mana recovery increases when you sleep in places closer to nature. That's always your excuse when I bring it up. By the way, Valen, are you going out alone again today? Yeah. Instead, why not consider joining the Sentinels? You're as reliable as anyone, and I'm sure everyone would be glad to have you as a member, too. We can protect everyone in the town together. I want to kill every last Imperial soldier lurking in this place. That's where our objectives differ. I know that, but if you don't have any other business with me, then I'm going to take off. I guess I can't stop you. So all I can do is see you later. Be careful, though. Valen. He must be the one standing guard today. In that case, I should be able to get by with no problem. Learn the controls? Yeah, why not? Character controls use the direction buttons left stick to move the player character in 8 directions. NPCs can be talked to as well as places of interest search by moving the character adjacent to them and pressing the A button. L button is the mini-map. changes the mini-map display size. X button is the opens the menu screen. The plus button saves current game. Change the party leader with the R button. Switches the front character while on the field map. Conversation history is the plus button. Opens conversation history during event scenes. Oh, supposed to saving. Yeah. Rewards can be received by achieving certain conditions on the mission board. For each floor in the tower, there are 9, and by completing them all, the party will receive a reward. I should be good to go now. I won't stop you from going out, but at least try to be careful. I do love the music staff at EXE Create. Are you heading out again? Yeah. Well, alright. It's been 300 years since the High Sage erected this tower to protect us. Thanks to it, we've been able to freely create magic for all this time. That is until, well, that day 10 years ago. If the barrier protecting the tower hadn't been breached, I'm sure you'd have been able to live your life without creating magic to get revenge. I should have figured you'd be here. Shouldn't you be working, Marcus? You're going to get laughed at by a certain someone if they find out you've been hounding Valen again. I'm not hounding anybody. It's my job to stop this idiot from doing anything stupid. Now give up on this madness already, Valen. No matter how many Imperial soldiers you kill, it won't bring about anything. It's just a waste of time. Rather, if you poke at the hornet's nest and it leads to any unanticipated trouble, what are you going to do about it? It's over for all of us if this place is discovered. The stairway has been destroyed, and they don't have any magic users able to break through our defensive magic to invade here. For now, there's no way we'll be found by them. That's not what I'm talking about. You need to keep a low profile and obey the policy set forth by the Council. Now follow what they've said. In the end, it's a policy and not an obligation. I'll decide what I do for myself. It's people like you who make my job harder than it needs to be. All you are as obsessed with killing Imperial soldiers. You're no different than they are. I swear, here he is at it again. He should realize by now you're not going to stop no matter what he says and give up trying to force you to do what he wants. Then again, I don't want to let you go either, to tell you the truth, but I also feel that we shouldn't let the enemy run amok. That's why I'm not going to stop you. Now be careful. I hear you. Pentacle has been activated. Yay! Specific places can be warped to using pentacles. Select a desired location. And we have warp there. I guess it looks like I couldn't warp all the way to Allegria. I wonder if the pentacle's having problems again. Still, I don't have time to wait around for it to get fixed. I might as well head where I can on foot until it is. The warding lamp seems to be having no issues. Warding lamps are magical devices that have the ability to repel monsters in dungeons by adjusting the life energy known as mana in a given area to decrease tension. Conversely, monsters can also be lured by increasing it. At first, the encounter rate can only be halved, but after activating a warding lamp at the heart of an area, the encounter rate can then be adjusted to the max. In addition, nearby monsters can be lured into consecutive battles, as well as groups of special monsters for a cost of 10 prismic fruit. When encountering enemies too hard to progress, using these repeatedly to summon monsters in battle is an excellent way to level up. After a battle, the residual mana in an area will completely restore the party's HP. Nothing looks especially abnormal here. Now, before I get going, I might want to refresh up on how passive skills work. Passive skills are ones that can be learned by everyone in the world. Once learned, they continue to work automatically. Among these are also ones that level up when certain conditions are met. little bit larger map size. I think it's fine the way it is. When the facial icon of a character reaches the leftmost part of the turn bar, they can act. Let's auto our way through. I'm really into these games because of the characters and story. I mean, the battle systems are just fine. What I like about this developer is that the battle systems are really fast. You know, the engines are generally pretty speedy. It's only when they start delving into some of their newer 3D games that stops becoming true. But when they do the 2D stuff, it's nice and quick. So even if you have a lot of battles, they don't take very long to go through. Can I fall? I can't fall. I will say though, this is probably the first XC crate game where the scrolling is 60 hertz. I'm proud of you guys. It only took you 10 years to make a 60 hertz scrolling engine. I mean, I'll play these games regardless of the crappy scrolling, but it's nice when the scrolling is actually good. Wait, how do we get up there then? Oh, it's a different area. At first glance, this may look like just an ordinary wall, but there are certain ones like this that can be passed through. Secret passages can be found in dungeons and other places. Characteristic markings can be found on walls and the ground near the entrance to these. Yeah, I mean, the times they have attempted to use the 3D engine, it's been kind of rough, you know. While the games and the stories and characters were still good, you know, the engines were not very well optimized. And you know, personally, I'm happy with this 32-bit 2D art style. You know, it's not too pixelated. Because I'm not really a big fan of the pixelated graphics. Yeah, there is some slight aliasing problem now that they're running at 60 hertz. But I'll take the aliasing problems over the the 12 frame, the 12 hertz refresh that they used to have. And I hope this is an indication of how they convert these games going forward to give them this nice smooth scrolling. Oh, well, the scrolling just went crazy there. Okay. It's a little rough. Still haven't quite got it right. Peppery bandana. All encounter rate settings for this area have been unlocked. Yay. We'll leave it as it is, though. We'll leave it on the default difficulty. Upper Miden Tower, pacifying corridor, where those climbing to heaven may be consoled. Below, village of Allegria. Isn't that like an allergy medicine? Your soldier has gotten all the way up here. I better deal with him before he gets any further. If there's only one of them, I'll take care of him right here. What the? Oh, I forget he's a mage. I should probably use magic. Yikes! Stop! What's this? Mydenian? Mydenia? I have your back, Sergeant. Great, you've cut off my escape route. Alright, let's take him. 10 years earlier, village of Sereno. Nina, oh, were you hurt at all? No, but they set fire to the house, and even though my parents were sleeping inside, and aren't yours with you either, Valen? For now, let's just get out of here. There's a pentacle that will take us to the town where Catherine is. Okay. No, let me go! Nina! You're too small of a brat to be worth killing. Valen! Hey, let her go! Or what? Are you gonna fight me for her? Haha! Go ahead and give it your best shot. Let's see your magic. What's the matter? Is that fear I see in your eyes? Valen! Wah! Haha! That's right. Leave your girlfriend behind and run. I'm going to kill both of you. Die, recluse! Ugh. This one has caused us enough trouble. There are words on this wall. A spell from Magicka? What do you say we make him talk? He probably doesn't know anything. Let's just end his pathetic life. I don't have any time to decipher it. It's now or never. Is that magic? Holy, what the? Oh, hello there. Are you my master? Huh? I can't get myself out of here. Please help me, master. For Mydenia, you may have surprised us, but you won't be using any magic again. Now die! Master! What is that thing? A wall? An attack like that won't work on me. Now it's my turn. Try this on for size. Ah! Wall press learned. Is this for real? Keep him held down. Ah! Now for you. No, but please spare my life. There don't appear to be any other Imperial soldiers, do there? Please wait. Where are you headed, if you don't mind my asking? That soldier earlier appeared to using a pentacle. I'm guessing the other one did too. Which means it's possible our pentacles may have been compromised. Before they use them again, I need to cut them off at the source. Then I'll help you. Seeing as how I was summoned by you, my role is to serve you as my master. Do whatever you want. Okay, then I'll do my best to assist you, master. Oh no! Please wait. I've fallen and can't get up. If you're a Magicka, you should be able to shapeshift. Can't you transform into something more mobile? I can shapeshift? Okay, let me give it a try. Yes, this is much better than before. Thank you for your advice, master. Quit with the master nonsense, alright? Then what would you have me call you? Just Valen is fine. Understood, Master Valen. Didn't I just tell you to quit with the master nonsense? Then you really want me to call you only by your name? That's what I said, isn't it? Well, please call me by whatever you like, Valen. Lila's fine. And how about Lila? Lila? Yeah, that's your name from now on. What a wonderful name, thank you. There should be a pentacle beyond here. Let's go. Okay. But, what position do you think I should fight in during battle? I take it you mean a formation? Yes, as you know, I'm a wall, so I'm confident in my durability. If I can have you place me in the vanguard, I think I'll be able to provide good protection for you. I'll think about it. Thank you for your consideration. In battle, both sides are divided into columns called the vanguard, midguard, and rearguard. Vanguard, attack up but defense down. Rearguard, attack down but defense up. Midguard, attack and defense are balanced. Okay. Where's these are skills. Modify wall. Here, magic bricks can be set into Lila's empty slots. Once set, their magic can be used in battle. Empty slots have varying special effects. Locked slots can be opened with unlocked bricks that can be found in treasure chests, so it would be worth it to find them all. Ah, interesting. So let's put Lila in the front. Right? We'll just put them in the front for now. She literally just has a big brick in front of her. I tell you, these folks are crazy. The kind of stuff they think of. Hot cardigan. Who's the one that would be wearing the cardigan? Cardigan then is shockingly spicy. It can fix a habit of chewing on sleeves quick. Okay. Sort of makes sense to give her more defense since she's the tank. Is this it? Yeah, it was created by the Council for gathering information and connects to the floral city of Pentelis. That's where those in the upper tower have a foothold. I only have permission to warp to this floor, so I tried to use my magic to come here and kill Imperial soldiers earlier. To kill Imperial soldiers? This shows no traces of being used. Perhaps the one in Pentelis was used. It uses more mana, so I suppose even a magic user with limited abilities could detect it. The magic they used was unstable, and it didn't appear they were able to control it. But if they were, there's a possibility Stoll could be attacked. If that were to happen, all the residents would be slaughtered. Isn't there something that can be done? That's why I've come here. If I break the spell, this pentacle will disappear, which means I won't be able to easily travel to Pentelis again. What's the matter? I did a little something to the pentacle in Pentelis through this one. Does that mean your town will be safe now? It's only a temporary fix. In order to make it permanent, we'll need to go to Pentalus and deal with the pentacle there directly. But with this magical barrier blocking the way, I can't get through at the moment. I'll need the sage's permission for that. That being the case, I'll have to report what happened with the pentacle, which means I'll have no choice but to return to Stol for now. Oh, okay. Valen? What? Why did you kill those 2 men earlier? Because they're Imperial soldiers. Imperial soldiers? Don't tell me you don't know what happened 10 years ago. Being a Magicka, my knowledge as your master should have been transferred to you the instant I summoned you. It appears my creator made me so my knowledge would be limited at first. It appears his thinking was that I would be able to be molded according to my master's preference that way. But not to worry, I can understand the meaning of words as well as read and write. I'm short on time. We'll talk about this later. Now let's return to Stol. Okay, if that's your wish. In order to return to the jurisdictive town of Stol, the party will need to warp. Warp magic can be used from the tower map by pressing the Y button. Other than viewing the party's location on the tower map, specific places can be warped to using it. Select the destination to warp to. While it can be used to escape dungeons, be aware that in specific places like Stol, warping can only be done from pentacles. Can I say something here? Talk. Damn it. This warehouse belongs to the Sentinels. It's not very organized, so I'm thinking I'd like to clean things up when I get a chance. At least that's my thought, anyway. Oh yeah, look at this mess. Egg cracker? I guess there are specific tools just for cracking eggs. So, this is the town you live in? What wonderful weather. Huh? But how is it there's a sky here? With the tower being divided into several floors, this space here should be closed off, shouldn't it? You really don't know anything, do you? This is inside Miden Tower. It's the altered form of a city in the Alroval Empire, once known as the Magic City. While there are several nations in the world, only those born here can use magic. It's why those skilled in using magic, like us mages, gathered here. But why would a city like that become a tower? 3 centuries ago, the Empire ordered us mages to create magic specialized for battle to act as a deterrent for other nations. But having a dislike for contention, we refused. Enraged, the Emperor began executing us as traitors. To protect ourselves, our High Sage turned the Magic City into a giant tower and cut off all contact with the outside world. After his passing, however, remaining mages created environments on each tower floor in order to live. Here you can see the sky, but there are others with forests, lava, etc. Does that answer your question now? Yes, very much so. That was very kind of you to take the time to explain things to me. I simply regurgitated what I've read in history books is all. Now let's head to the council hall. All of our ancestors have avoided contention to this day. With us being their descendants, shouldn't we do the same? I was brought here by my grandma. I wonder when I'll be able to return to Pentalus, where my real home is. The stairway here was destroyed, and most powerful barrier employed to separate us from the other floors. No matter how strong these Imperial soldiers are, they cannot attack us. Yeah, well, I don't know about that, sister. Ah, Valen, I hear you went down to Allegria. Is that true? Yeah. You didn't happen to see a pair of silver rings near a house with a blue roof, did you? Not that I remember. I see. Originally, I lived in Allegria. And although I managed to survive the attack there, my mother and father weren't so lucky. I know it won't bring my parents back, but I would like at least to get back the rings they wore. If you happen to be visiting Allegria in the near future, could I get you to look for them? I'll see what I can do. What could it hurt anyway? Thank you, Velen. Now, these rings should be in Allegria near a house with a blue roof, right? Yes, please see if you can find them. Okay, and do I even have any money? Where they go? Like, oh, I guess I do have money. Let's see, items. This hammer breaks open a statue in a bottle. Treasure searcher, magical developed by a certain adventurer to locate treasure. X-ray specs. Magic cloth will show the way for darkened paths. I don't think I need any of that stuff. Should be okay. Ah, Valen, perfect timing. Can I get you to help me with something? Like what? Do you know Madeline who lives in town? I borrowed a book from her, but I forgot to return it, and it's been months. I bet she's steaming mad right now. That's why I have to ask you to do this. I hate to ask you to do this, but could you return it for me? She won't say anything if it's coming from you. What's that supposed to mean? Are you asking me? It means, well, let's not worry about the details. Just help me out this once. All you want is the book returned, right? Exactly. You're a lifesaver, Valen. I owe you for this. Madeline helps out over at the magic school, so she should be there. Now I'll leave the rest to you. I hear the wheat fields in Gran will see a bounteous harvest this year, too. I'll have to go help when that time comes. I don't know why this script has me tripping over my words. I guess I'm expecting words to be used which are not actually in the script, so it's sort of throwing me off. There's nothing out of the ordinary today. The Sentinels are so cool. I'm going to study magic a ton, join them, and protect everybody. Marcus is on edge again today again. What does Catherine see in you? That's unusual for you to come here, Valen. Be sure not to get into it with Marcus. Anything here? No. Oh, there's a treasure chest there. Hey, what are you doing to that sheep? Even I don't like the thought of the Empire doing as they like, but our magic shouldn't be used to fight. What should it be used for? Making Rice Krispies? Well, actually, please use magic to make Rice Krispies. Madeline? Well, that's unusual for you to come visit me. What's up? I have this book from Stuart. He asked me to come return it to you. I should have figured as much. I bet he sent you to do it because he thought I was going to get mad at him, didn't he? I'm sorry, but I can't accept it. That's a problem. Holding onto this book isn't going to do me any good. I know. That's why I want you to give Stuart a message from me. Don't try to pass the buck and return my book, yourself. I'll be sure to let him know. Sorry he got you wrapped up in all this. I like learning about magic that's interconnected with our lives. That's why I'm studying about the magic promulgated by the late sage Sandor. When asked to do something by a client, there's a spell to inform them of the progress of their quest, right? Today, it seems so normal to use it that we often take it for granted. But thanks to it, even if our client is far away from us, they can easily find out the status of their request. It's also convenient for sending items and presents. I'm going to study hard so I can create a spell like that too. I'm studying about warp magic and pentacles. Let me explain what I have learned so far, and if I'm wrong, please correct me, okay? Warp magic uses a simple spell that can be cast by almost anyone. You can travel to any floor in the tower you wish in an instant using it. However, who can go where is set. Only a few people are permitted to enter dangerous areas with Imperial soldiers and monsters, but the majority can travel to safe areas like towns. That's why if you want to increase the number of places you can go, you'll need to get permission from the sages. Warp magic is also limited, so it can't be used in Stole where a barrier protects the town. Instead, the pentacle has been set upon the north end of town for that purpose. Locations you can warp with a pentacle are the same as with magic, although I hear those, like the sages with special authority, can travel to other places. Pentacles are also set up outside towns in dangerous areas by individuals for scouting purposes. They differ from the ones in Stole by the fact that where you can go is set. What do you think? You learned a lot, right? Mm-hmm. Oh, you're chatty. I'm studying about the barriers, so let me tell you about what I've learned. Barrier magic was created 10 years ago after the tower was attacked. When those in the lower tower fled to the upper tower, they set barriers to prevent an invasion by monsters. And while it's true the barriers worked, having created the magic to target those with powerful mana, it also made it so we were unable to pass through them too. What's more, those from the outside have very little mana, so these same barriers were nearly useless in stopping the advance of the Imperial soldiers in the tower. That's why they're referred to as defective by people today. But at the time, we didn't have the luxury to check if they worked and continued to use the same spell. Sadly, it was too late when we noticed the barriers were ineffective, and due to the pentacles being connected, we ran the risk of other unforeseen problems if we tried to fix them. After learning this, I came to the realization of the importance of keeping cool under pressure when I use magic, no matter how bad the situation may be. Oh boy, he didn't learn how to talk succinctly. Huh. I'm studying about what's outside Miden Tower, but since there isn't much documentation on the subject, I'm pretty much up a creek. Technically, we're also citizens of the Alroval Empire, but it seems we're a little different from those outside the tower. That's why we're called Midenias, after the name of the place. Another label we've been given by others is recluses. I personally don't like it myself. I suppose they call us that because we have shut ourselves up in this tower to research magic. But the reason the Magic City was transformed into Miden Tower was due to persecution by those on the outside. In any case, what's wrong with researching magic? That I don't get. What's really scary for me is to give up thinking about what I don't know. That's why I'm going to continue my studies about what's beyond the walls of this tower. What would you like to learn about today? Oh, God. We're world building. Tell us about magicas, and beasts. So, about magicas and beasts, eh? Those beings living in the tower besides humans are mainly classified as magicas and beasts. Magicas are created by our magic. While their appearance can range from animal to human, many have the intellectual capacity to converse with us. They serve the one who brought them into existence as their master, and if they have enough knowledge and mana, they themselves can become a master despite not being a creator. Many also have multiple inherent abilities, and due to their inner mana being used for those, they cannot learn magic. Instead, they can use their abilities to support their masters. Also, because of their intellectual capacity, if they go through a formal registration, they can exist independent of their masters. In recent years, such magicas are more common. Beasts are the name for beings other than humans that live in the natural environments of the tower. Unlike magicas, they can use magic, but they don't have the ability to speak. Having been isolated from the outside world for the last 3 centuries, I expect their forms and characteristics differ greatly from those on the outside, but who knows for sure. And that's all there is to them. Be sure to review what I told you later. Oh my God. Tell us how familiars become monsters. So about how familiars become monsters, huh? Magicas created using magic and beasts made to follow a master are called familiars. However, for some reason, if they lose their master without having gone through a formal registration, they lose control and begin attacking humans. These are called monsters. Moreover, the especially violent ones among wild beasts that attack humans are also called monsters. And that is all there is to them. Be sure to review what I told you later. Well, boy, it's a lot of talking. I understand how you feel, Valen, but give up on this notion of revenge already. No matter how many Imperial soldiers you kill, nothing good will come of it. I was brought here by my grandma. I wonder when I'll be able to return to Pentelis, where my real home is. We're going here. All of our ancestors have avoided contention to this day. With us being their descendants, shouldn't we do the same? Where am I going? Yo, Valen, were you able to return the book for me? I have a message from Madeline for you. Don't try to pass the buck and return my book yourself. What? Then you didn't return it? What did I ask you for in the first place, then? As if that's my concern. Now take care of your own problem. Wait! I know. Come with me to return it. You don't know how scary she is when she gets mad. No. I'm begging you, be a pal. All this is just wasting more time. Let's get this over with. I owe you big time for this. I'm here to return this book I borrowed from you. And? Huh? Don't you have anything else to say? Thanks for lending it to me? It was an interesting read. And... Oh, right, an apology. I'm sorry for returning your book so late. Anything but the evil eye. I'm not mad about you forgetting to return my book or how long it took. The fact is, this isn't the first time. Yes, I'm sorry about that too. The issue is I lent this book to you, so you should have been responsible for it until you returned it to me. If you had asked someone else to return it and they lost it, it would have been an even bigger problem. And you know I wouldn't have let you blame someone else for it. Oh, that's true. That was all my bad. I'm sorry, Madeline. Don't worry about it. I'll forgive you, since you appear to understand where I'm coming from. Still, it's disingenuous to rely on Valen to take care of your own responsibilities. No doubt you thought I wouldn't get mad at him, did you? Let me say this up front. Whether it's one of the sages or anyone else, I get mad when I get mad, no matter who it is. I know, but I do have my reservations about that. Did I ask for your opinion? Yikes! I'm sorry for all the trouble I caused you, but I do appreciate you coming with me. Quest. Assuming these are sub-quests. Okay, I came from the building, right? So I need to exit out here. Oh wait, what's over there? Did I go over there? Our home, families, or property, almost everyone has had something taken by the Empire. That's why there are a few who are serious about trying to stop you from killing the soldiers. The door is locked shut. Oh, we have to earn keys, but to earn keys we need to get some sort of points or something or other. But we'll earn those as we progress through the game. Okay, no, I need to go right. Oh, well. There's treasure out here anyway. Maybe go left. Maybe go down. Ah, there we go. Well, hello, Valen. Now, here is someone I have not seen before. Could it be that this is a Magicka with you? These days, every familiar is out patrolling dangerous areas or helping to produce food, so this is the first time I have seen one in quite some time. I summoned this one in Allegria. Then you are its master, huh? I was for sure you would continue to fight alone, but, well, everyone will be relieved to hear that this is no longer the case. That aside, why are you here? I assume it must be pressing. I have a report for the council. The sooner they hear it, the better. Did something happen? 2 Imperial soldiers appeared in Allegria using a pentacle. There's a good chance that the one in Pentalus was used. What? Come with me. I will have you sit in with me on our meeting. What you are saying is related to our discussion today. Understood. I am sure some of you are already aware there have been evidence of pentacles being created found on multiple floors. Either they were failed attempts or blocked by our protective magic that prevented an invasion by them. But the same was found in Gran this morning. Did you say Gran? Then what was the cause of our pentacles having issues over the last several days, was it? What is Gran, Valen? The Amber Village of Gran, the largest producer of food in the tower and our lifeline. Valen, are you certain the Imperial soldiers you encountered in Allegria were using pentacles? The first one is only a guess, but the other one I'm positive about. I used the pentacle in Allegria and disrupted part of the spell, so it should prevent it from being misused for a while. It sounds as though you took proper precautions. You have my gratitude for that. However, we must decide on a countermeasure at once. The enemy's magic uses are increasing in strength, and the spell that disrupted the pentacle's use will soon be discovered. What is the plan, then? Traveling to Pentalus and destroying the pentacle there would be the most effective way to resolve things. That would be a suicide mission. Pentalus is where they have their stronghold in the upper tower. A fight would be inevitable, and do you intend to sacrifice more people? If we destroy the pentacle there, it will also affect our ability to warp. Part of our magic is connected to it. It would also make our sole way to reach Pentalus by stairway, and if we were unable to gather information easily, it could affect our ability to defend ourselves. We should reconsider. And what do you suggest? Allowing a potential invasion of Stoll is what should be avoided at all costs. That is true, however. Then what if we take back Pentalus? It would alleviate our fears and the upper tower would be back under our control. It would only stand to benefit us. Do not be so foolish, Glinda. What have you seen happen here over the last 10 years? The two of you, calm down. The rule for all important decisions is that they will be made by the full council. No amount of arguing will lead to a conclusion. I always dislike that rule. I can summon everyone here right away except for Eternal Sage. Where is she now? Secluded from the world at the Magma Sea. She is in the midst of her research, so someone will have to go see her in person and bring her back. Who can we ask to do it? Most of the monsters there are extremely dangerous, and I would not feel right about sending someone inexperienced in dealing with them. We have the man for the job right there, don't we, Valen? My objective is to kill Imperial soldiers, not escort the elderly. Then what if I were to move you to travel to Vita Ridge the day after you complete this task for us? Sage Zarkon. If you allow him to do that, he will stir up even more trouble. I see no other choice, as we lack a second candidate for the job, unless you have a better idea. What do you think, Valen? Would you be willing to do this? I suppose. Then it is decided. Once the Sentinels have confirmed it is safe, I will remove the barrier in Allegria. You should be able to travel to the Magma Sea by morning tomorrow. Ooh, I was sure nervous in there. It sounds like we have to be even more focused tomorrow, won't we? It won't be any different. We'll only be looking for an elderly person while I do what I always do. As long as I'm with you, I feel like I'll be fine no matter where I go. Since we'll be heading to the Magma Sea tomorrow, we should rest at my place for the night. Okay. Oh wait, is there anything on the side here? No. How about this side? No. No and no. You're back, huh? I'm glad to see you're safe, Alan. Same goes for you. Huh? Who's this girl with you? A magica I summoned in Allegria. I'm Layla. It's nice to meet you. Whoa! Oops, I'm sorry for doing that. Is she supposed to be a magica from a rock or something like that? The tower walls, to be more exact. Why'd you go back to that form? I thought it would be rude not to greet her as my original self. I'm sorry, but could you help me up? If you return to your Hoon form, you can do it on your own. I forgot all about that. She seems to be an interesting one. But that's surprising to see you with a magica. I guess it means I won't have to worry about you doing anything crazy by yourself anymore, will I? What a relief. By the way, I'm Catherine, second in command over the Sentinels. Valor and I grew up in nearby hometowns, so we're childhood friends. Anyway, it's nice to meet you, Lila. Me too, but if you don't mind my asking, what exactly are the Sentinels? It's a group of volunteers who all share the same goal of protecting those who live here in the tower. Our main role is to patrol all floors near settlements and gather information. It sounds like a very important job it is you do. I wouldn't say it's as clear-cut as a job, but everyone involved feels a sense of responsibility for what we do. We also offer life advice, so if you have anything bothering you, don't hesitate to say so. Oh, but would you look at the time? I should be getting back to my post. Don't think about going out again today, Valen. I expended a lot of mana earlier. Given that, I wouldn't be able to fight at my best if I did, so I had no plans to. That's not what I meant. Anyway, be sure to get some rest. Layla, keep an eye on Valen and make sure he doesn't try to sneak out. You got that? Now, before I take off, I was asked by the equipment shop owner to give you this. What's this supposed to do? It's a magical stone that lets you talk to others. You'll get occasional calls from shop owners when they get new items and weapons in stock. That's their way of letting you know. How convenient. It is, so don't even think about chucking it, Valen. Or leaving it at home, either. It doesn't do any good not to carry it with you. Shall I hold onto it for you? Do whatever you want. Okay, then. I'll see you two around. I would almost say she sounds like your older sister. Shall we be going? Where's your house anyway, Valen? Over there. Now let's go. Ring, ring, ring. Ah! What now? The stone we got from Catherine a moment ago started making a noise. I can hear a voice coming from it, too. Come on, come on. New merchandise is on sale now. Be sure to stop in and have a hands-on look with everything before you buy. We hope to see you soon. Thank you for letting us know. I'm not getting a response. If they... it's set up so that they can't hear us on their end. Now, if that's all they have to tell us, let's get going. That's interesting. Before you just had to... In other games you just had to travel there to find new items, but it's kind of nice to let you know that when they start allowing new items to be sold. So, this is your house, huh? It sure is straightened up nicely. What's this? It's an alchemy pot. What can you do with it? Items can be tossed into it and alchemized into something else. I created it to recycle things I didn't need anymore. You came up with this all by yourself? How convenient and useful at the same time. If you'd like to use it, have at it. I will. Do you have a special name for this I should use? I haven't really thought about one. Really? For something as wonderful as this? And if you don't mind, would you let me give it a name? Be my guest. Okay then. I have one. Beginning today, I'll call this a magic cauldron. Using magic cauldrons, various items can be tossed in and alchemized into others. However, certain weapons, key items, and rare items cannot be. I'm going to focus on my research for a while. If it's nothing urgent, don't bother me. You can find a book or something to read and do whatever you want in the meantime. Thank you, I'll do that. The sun sets inside the tower too, doesn't it? What a strange feeling to consider that. A long time ago, one of the sages used his magic to create imitations of the sun and moon to make it easier to tell time. Even after his death, others have continued to maintain the magic. The one who currently oversees it is Sage Solus. She was at the meeting today, wasn't she? I'm about ready to hit the sack. If you want to know anything else, now would be a good time to ask. Where should I sleep? Use a chair or the floor or whatever you like. Okay. Then I'll borrow this spot in the wall here. Well, what's that look for? Don't worry about it. Are you still awake, Valen? Yeah. Can I ask you something else? What? Why do you want to kill Imperial soldiers so badly? If you were reading some historical documents after we got back, Did you find anything about the attack 10 years ago? Very broadly. They breached the barrier and invaded the tower on that day. They attacked towns and villages one after another, and eventually showed up in my home, a home village of Serena. People, livestock, property, nothing was spared. I lost everything. My family, friends, and place to live. They took it all from me. That's why I'm going to kill them. Every last one of them with these two hands. Then you're out for revenge? That's right. Is that something I can help you with? It's my own personal desire to kill them. You don't have to make it your own. Okay, but I was created to help you. If there's anything you need, please order me to do it. Next morning. We should now be able to reach the Magma Sea. Due to the protective magic employed here, we can't warp in town. We'll have to use the pentacle to get there. Let's go. Okay. Okay, why don't we stop it there? This is audap. Let's get to this unbind. Boy, everything's buried in here. Interesting that there's so many menus. There we go. My goodness. Oh, I'm trying to get to the title screen. This is audap. You've been watching Miden Tower on Nintendo Switch. Again, this is the latest in the Chemical published and EC Create developed games. These games share a lot of similarities. They share a lot of the same engines, and they kind of work the same way for the menus. But what makes these games special is really the characters and story. You know, the heart of why people like RPGs is really for the intricate plots or the really, you know, interesting characters and stories. So that's why I play these, and I really like them. And if you're a fan of these games, then you have another one to play, and this is probably their most impressive scrolling they've ever done in any of the games released on the Switch. So hats off to them. I'm glad they're finally improving this engine. So yeah, I was just checking this game out. If you like JRPGs, it's a simpler JRPG than what's released nowadays, but that doesn't make it any less fun or less interesting. So yeah, I definitely recommend it. We'll play this all the way through. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed watching. I will see you at the next stream.